guys, welcome to Corpse Party! Yep, we're on the 3rd chapter. Let's do this. Encounter. I wonder who we're playing as this time. Hopefully... Yes, I was right. I was going to say hopefully it's Satoshi and Yuka and fucking the other one. Naomi, that's it. Naomi! Alright, let's do this. Let's get serious. Fucking serious. Let's see. Tenjin 5? What are you talking about, girl? Is that a 23 or is it a 33? No, it's a 69. Mr. Yamazaki's handwriting is atrocious. Oh, it's Yandere Simulator. This really wasn't my day. I knocked over an alarm clock this morning and of course it stopped working. So, it's fine. The very last pork sandwich sold out right before my eyes during lunch. They're not kosher anyway, who cares? Although I do love that bacon. And I was roped into a favour when I happened upon my homeroom teacher, Mr. Yamazaki, long after the school day had ended. Well, what are you still doing at school then? Seriously. So now, like it or not, I was on my way to deliver some notes to Miss Yui, our homeroom TA, who was sick with a cold. Really? God, Satoshi's such a teacher's pet. I'll have to make sure I apologise to Yuka later. Aww. I know how disappointed she'll be that I'm missing out on our shopping date. Shopping! Tenjin 5, 23, number 11. Found it! You looking for someone's address? Is that what he's looking for? As long as this doesn't actually read 633, number 77 anyway. I stopped and compared the memo in my hand with the apartment building in front of me. It was 2 stories tall and looked a little on the shabby side. Probably about 20-year-old. It didn't seem very solid, nor was it particularly stylish or chic. Chic. It was a completely unremarkable structure in every way possible. Apartment 207. Or is that 201? Maybe it's not his handwriting, Satoshi. Maybe it's your reading. Like my reading. Sucks balls. I was really getting fed up with this handwriting. And from a teacher, no less. Teachers can't write. I remember parents' evening when I was a kid. Got away with so much shit because my fucking mum couldn't read my teacher's handwriting. It was great. In any case, it seemed certain the apartment was on the 2nd floor, so I trudged up the startlingly narrow, steep stairs. The metal staircase was thoroughly blotched with patches of rust. Why would someone live in such a rundown shithole like this? Are teachers' salaries really that low? Yes, they are, kids. Yes, they are. I felt a little sorry for her, but in a way, this place kind of fits her personality. Wait, is Miss Yui? She lives in a shithole? That suits her personality? That's so rude. With that thought in mind, I turned my attention towards apartment 201. Here we are, 201. Yeah, this doesn't look like Miss Yui's place. The door plate for the room nearest the stairs had a name I didn't recognise scribbled on it. Guess that means we try door number 2. Passing room 201, I continued down the narrow walkway toward the end. Wandering alone around an apartment building I'd never been before made me feel kind of nervous. It wasn't like I was going to do anything wrong, but my back still tensed up as I manoeuvred around piled up strollers. Plastic toys and bundles of newspaper. Oh, it sounds like my neighbourhood. All them fucking single parents. And then finally, I arrived at the last door. In the hood. Bingo! This was it! I breathed a sigh of relief. The door plate for apartment 207 read Shishido. Who puts their name outside of their apartment? Them people got your name and address. They can start taking out credit cards in your name. Oh yeah. For an adult's handwriting especially, the letters were rounded and overly cutesy. This was Miss Yui's place, alright. Oh, can we go in and see her kitty cat? I've been dying to see it since the first game. What's this? I leaned in to read something written in small script on the corner of the door plate. Beware of cat, the neko. Let's see the neko. I want to see it. Shouldn't that be beware of dog? No. That's Miss Yui for you. Yeah, she's a total clown. So how exactly does one beware a house cat? Well, my cat dry heaves fur balls everywhere. Is it even possible for a house cat to be threatening? Oh yeah. At any rate, I'd confirmed beyond a shadow of a doubt that this was Miss Yui's place, so my errand was near its end. Oh my god, this has taken like fucking 5 minutes just to get to her apartment. What was Mr. Yamazaki thinking anyway? I understand taking handouts to sick classmates, but delivering class notes to the homeroom of an absent teacher? Oh, to the home of an absent teacher. She's a trainee. She needs all the help she can get, guy. That just seems weird. This isn't something a student should be doing. Well, then why the fuck are you doing it? You agreed, girl. You could have just said no. Places to be. Or you could have asked for money. I would have. He said he was busy with the meetings, though, and really needed one of his students to help him out. For $20? Yeah, I think so. But was it really okay to entrust a school student with confidential class notes? How are they confidential? What are you teaching? Nuclear physics? Wouldn't it be kind of a problem if I were to read these? I don't know. Read them, Satoshi. Why not? My mind kept drifting from one question to another, and I'd become acutely aware of the inherent value in these notes I had in my bag. Oh my god, the writing in this game, man. So articulate. But as tempting as it was, I just couldn't bring myself to look at them. Like animal porn. You just can't look. It's disgusting. Mr. Yamazaki put his penis in me, faith in me after all. And I was stronger than that. I couldn't let this get the best of me. At any rate, I was here. I should have just been able to drop off the notes and be on my way. Putting all my doubts and misgivings aside, I rang the doorbell. Bing bong, Avon lady calling. And when I waited... Oh, and then I waited, and waited, and waited some more, but there was no answer. Huh? It did ring, didn't it? Avon lady calling. Miss Yui! Yui-sensei! I rang the bell again, and also tried calling out. Yui-sensei! But there was still no response from this silly bitch. What should I do? Maybe she's sleeping. Maybe she's dead. Maybe you should knock louder. I don't want to wake her, but I'm a little concerned. She could have had a heart attack. A pulmonary embolism. When we heard that Miss Yui was staying home sick today, we were all pretty disappointed. Oh, she must be a pretty cute teacher. That's why part of me was actually a little happy that I was asked to run these over to her. It's great. This is going on for a while, though. I figured I'd be able to check in, see how she was doing, and let everyone at school know that she was feeling better. Never occurred to me that I might not even be able to see her, though. Oh, shame. Yui-sensei! Yui-sensei! Nothing, huh? So disappointing. Miss Yui! Mushi mushi! Anybody home? She was probably sleeping, or out at the doctor's, or dead in her bed or something. But what if she were hurt? I tried opening the mail slot and peeking in like a little perv. I thought maybe I could get a glimpse of Nip at the room inside. Miss Yui? Oh, it felt kind of wrong peeping into someone's house without their permission. Yeah, it's because it is wrong. But you are genuinely concerned. But I was legitimately worried about Miss Yui's health, so my conscience was clear on this one. Oh, we finally meet Daneko! Ah! Oh, Daneko. A well-groomed cat was facing the door and staring back at me. It is kind of kawaii. It could be kawaii, I'm just saying. With its head tilted slightly to the side, it let out an adorable meow. Oh. This must be the cat I was instructed to beware of, yes. And since Yui-sensei was always going on and on about her little buddy, I was pretty sure I remembered its name. I don't remember its name. Oh, yeah, Shumarette, right? Oh, no, is it Monet? Monette? I think. Yep. What a pretty kitty you are. Oh. Yui-sensei talked about her cat a lot in class, so pretty much the whole school had heard of him. She even had some tins of cat food hidden on a shelf in the classroom. Probably because she... Oh, yeah, she did, didn't she? Okay. Alright, calm down. Here, kitty kitty. Monet, Monet? Is Miss Yui home? Oh, we're having a conversation with a fucking pussy now. Oh, that's going to be the name of this video. Conversations with a pussy. If she's home, would you mind waking her for me? Fuck you. That's a good kitty. No, I said go fuck yourself. Yeah, didn't think that would work. My shoulders sank. I felt defeated. What the hell was what the hell was I doing? Talking to a cat. I closed the mail slot and stood back. Damn. I sure hope Miss Yui's alright. She's probably just out right now or something. Well, this bitch is supposed to be in bed, resting. She took the day off work. She's gone on a fucking shopping spree. That's where she's gone. Women. Always shopping. Which would mean the door's locked, I'm sure. Oh my god, is he gonna try and open the door? Lost in this speculation, I placed my hand on the doorknob. On the knob. And with a quick twist, I turned and pushed on the door. And it opened. And she was dead in the shower. Huh? It was locked. Oh, it wasn't locked. Crap. That's not good. Why, is the cat going to scratch your sack off? I can't let Monette get out. No, you can't. God, that meow was loud. Your master's pretty careless, huh? Leaving the door unlocked like that. So you're just going to wait in the apartment? She's going to come home and be like, Satoshi, what the fuck are you doing in my house? Oh, Monet's whiskers twitched as I called out to him from the entranceway. What's that you say? She's She's You and me are on the same page. Are we really? Are we really, though? Because I have no idea what's happening anymore. Here I was talking to a cat. Was this what I'd become? I talk to my cats all the time. What are you talking about? They don't talk back, though. What should I do? Wait for her to come home. I was feeling pretty uneasy. Raid her fridge. Find some food. Not only had I peeked into someone's home, I walked in without a second thought. Moreover, this was where Miss Yui lived, alone. In other words, a woman's apartment. Fap everywhere. Fap in the fridge. Eat her food and leave your man juices. No matter how many times I reminded myself that I was here on an errand, I couldn't help feeling that I'd not only crossed a line, but fucking leaped over it with glee. This is a tiny apartment, though. Yui-sensei! I tried calling her name one last time, but as expected, there was no answer. So, what now? Take a shower? Cook up a feast? I was trying hard to avoid being too nosy, but my eyes inevitably began surveying the room. The apartment's entrance let out immediately into the kitchen, and beyond that, there was a sliding door to some other room. I could see light through the gaps. I strained my ears, but there was nothing to hear, no signs of life whatsoever. Miss Yui must really have been out. One more time. I'd try calling out to her one more time, just to put my concerns at ease. I felt like I'd seem even more suspicious if I stayed silent. Yui-sensei! It's Moshida! That's how he sounds. Still nothing. Maybe she was asleep on the other side of that door. Kick it down, then. Maybe she's sleeping naked. You never know. Maybe she's with a man. Or a woman. Let's just have a little look-see then. Wait. Shaking my head furiously, I cast out a sudden impulse. What? That was a terrible idea. Pure and simple. Entering the apartment unannounced was bad enough, but walking all the way in, opening that sliding door and peeking inside, that was just too fucking much. Man, if Miss Yui happened to come home and find me standing here, I'd be in pretty hot water, huh? But she should be leaving the fucking apartment whilst it's open. Does she not plan for intruders? Because I do. I have an axe by my door, just in case. No, scratch that. It'd be plentiful dense. What? Oh, I'd be in plentiful dense scalding water. Monet mewed. Oh shit. Panicking, I once again surveyed my surroundings. I almost felt like there was eyes on me, staring with disdain. Yeah, it's the cat. They're judgmental assholes. What? But of course, nobody was there. Are you being followed? It's Chico. She's here! Alright, I can't just leave. Oh, I can just leave a note! Sure! Wondering why I didn't just think of this sooner, I dug into my bag for some paper and a pen. Rustle, rustle. Mr. Yamazaki asked me to come by. That should be enough, right? I'll just use some notebook paper. Death Note. The Death Note paper. Let's see. Yui-sensei. Crouching in the doorway, I ran my pen across the page. I brought class notes at Mr. Yamazaki's behest. Check these literate assholes out. They got some fucking vocabulary up in this game. Everyone has been worried about you. Sorry about barging into your apartment, penis first. Please don't forget to lock your door from now on, though, bitch. I know, right? Stupid. I was right in the know. I sensed a presence in front of me. It's the cat. Oh, I don't like the noises. Until just a moment ago, this house had no signs of human life in it, but now I could feel someone standing directly ahead. Standing and looking down at me. Huh? Fidgeting nervously, I put down my pen. Raised my head slowly. I saw a white, slender ankle. An ankle! Oh my gosh! What the fuck? I was genuinely scared then for a moment. I was like, oh my god, the bedroom door's open. It's just an ankle. Shocked, I shot my head up, and there, standing before me, was Yui-sensei, looking like shit with her cleavage hanging out, though. That cleavage, though. Damn panda pajamas. Ah! Miss Yui! Oh, she's sick. Oh. She was looking right at me, but she seemed decidedly out of sorts. Her hair looked dishevelled, no shit, and her gaze was unsteady, and her pajamas were complete disarray. Jesus, woman! What are you doing? Put on your pajamas properly. How dare you look like shit in the privacy of your own home? How dare you not brush your hair? Do you not expect male visitors? Come on now, Satoshi. She's sick. What do you expect? She was like a completely different person from the usual kempt educator we'd come to know and love. I know, she's totally uncouth. I know. Ah, Miss Yui, I'm so sorry to have entered your apartment without permission. Here. I stood up frantically and held out the note I'd been writing. But... huh? Miss Yui was just standing there, stupefied, with a completely vacant expression on her face. I had no idea stupefied was a real word. Yui-sensei? I called out to her as gently as I could, but... she was really dazed. Maybe she's high on cough syrup? She seemed almost like a ghost. Miss Yui, what happened to you? I had a sudden uneasy feeling, worried. I walked up to Miss Yui, grabbed her shoulders, and tried to snap her the fuck out of it by shaking her. But instead... oh, she coughed in your face. This just seemed to make her cough. So sexy. Sexy noises. Hey, Miss Yui! Bitch! Wake the fuck up! These were wet, productive coughs. And spit was shooting out of Miss Yui's mouth with each one. That's great. So great. I frantically tried to shield my face from the spray, but my reaction time just wasn't quick enough. Gotta be quick like a cat. Quick like a cat. I put a hand to her cheek and found it thick with a slimy film of saliva. Ew! Groan, groan, groan. Are you okay, Yui-sensei? I have a low battery. That's fantastic. Gas, please. Miss Yui hobbled back a little. then fell to her knees with a thud. She had completely sprawled out in the hallway, moaning and groaning the whole time. Okay, so what the fuck is actually happening? Miss Yui? Wiping the spatterings from my own face, I leaned over and took a better look at hers. Happy music's back? Groan moan. It was bright red. Strained breathing and a puffy nose. Visibly high fever on top of it all. She was as sick as could be. Okay, so maybe she wasn't on a shopping spree. I'm cold. Oh. Cold? But you're dripping with sweat, girl. It's cold. I thought maybe her sweat had cooled her down, but then realised her dishevelled pyjamas certainly weren't doing her any favours. Her heart was pounding a mile a minute, and her face as red as a traffic light. I set out about buttoning her up. Yeah, anything to cop a feel, Satoshi. Miss Yui? You know who this is, right? It's Moshida from school. That's my sick noise. If you're cold, you need to sleep under your covers, bitch. Sleeping 101 with Satoshi. Otherwise, you won't get any better. Sweat that flu out of you, girl. Drink flat Coca-Cola. It's the only time I ever drink Coke. She absent-mindedly extended her shaking arms like a zombie, slowly reopened her eyes and looked up at me. It was the gaze of a severely fevered mind. Miss Yui, maybe we should just take her to the hospital, bruh. Tsukasa! What? Who? What? Nanny? Ah! Rape. Tsukasa! Eh? Miss Yui was clinging to me tightly. I couldn't move. I was frozen in shock. She began to weep. Oh my god, look. Butt crack. Boob crack. It's crack everywhere. She's a crack addict. Oh. You've come for me. Who's Tsukasa? Tsukasa. What a lovely surprise. I'm so glad you're here. Miss Yui, wait. You've got the wrong person. It seems like I wasn't getting through to her at all. She's fucking hallucinating. You take her to the hospital, bruh. Seriously. Hospital, bruh. Now. Now, bruh. Now. And the sensation of her chest as she held me was making it virtually impossible to fight her grip. Yeah, I'm sure the boobs were overwhelming. I was utterly powerless against these boobs. Oh, they speak. I never realised before just how soft a woman's chest really was. God, am I that weak-willed? I had to remind myself that Yui-sensei had me confused with someone else. But that doesn't matter. Mustering all the strength I could, I gripped her boobs, arms, and tried to pry them off of me. But she was a lot stronger than I had anticipated, and wouldn't let me get away. I was so scared to Tsukasa. I can't say that word. Tsukasa. I was so scared. Scared? I never thought you'd actually come. Flustered. Oh, flustered yelp! What does that sound like? I don't know. The boobs were speaking again. As she squeezed me tightly, the boobs spoke. I felt as though my upper body might collapse under the pressure of her softest parts. I was blushing uncontrollably, and I had a huge erection. Yui-sensei, please let me go. No, I won't. We're being... Oh my god, titty wank. We're gonna have a tit fuck. It's okay, Satoshi, it's okay. Just go with it. Come on, Yui-sensei. I struggled to wriggle free, but Miss Yui only grabbed me tighter. Our bodies were getting more and more intertwined. And every time I squirmed, Miss Yui would just pull me in even closer. Tsukasa. 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 Let go of me. As her chest rose and fell erratically, droplets of sweat slid down into her cleavage. Oh, aren't you very observant, Satoshi? I could still feel the heat of her fever radiating off her steadily encroaching face. Encroaching, man. These words. As well as the shoulders I'd grabbed in an effort to push the fuck away. Stay here with me, Tsukasa, please. I'm telling you, you got the wrong person. Questions were swirling around my head. Why was Miss Yui crying? And who was this Tsukasa person? Maybe she had a child that died. That's where my mind went straight away. Not an ex-boyfriend. Just dead baby. Dead teenager. No, she's too young, isn't she? But I was most concerned for the state of her pyjamas, which had become even more dishevelled during our struggle. I know, I see crack. Miss Yui, your pyjamas! Your pants! Hmm? You want me to take my pants off, Satoshi? They're sliding down! Tsukasa, you're so warm! Miss Yui, please! Realising that not a single word was getting through to her, I sighed resigningly. I'd taken care of Yuka any number of times when she'd caught a cold and drawn a fever, but I don't recall ever... Well, of course it didn't. She's not going to cling to you thinking that... Whatever, brah. It's fine. Miss Yui was usually calm, collected, and rational. Who would have ever imagined that a fever could leave her so thoroughly discombobulated? I love that word. Discombobulated. Confuddled. Miss Yui, seriously, what the fuck? That just skipped it. I put more strength into my resistance, and finally her arms relaxed just the tiniest bit. But her expression changed drastically. No, please. Miss Yui? I'm Satoshi Mochida, not this Please don't go, please. What is actually happening in this episode, though? Miss Yui was acting like a spoiled little bitch. Slipping out of the shoes I'd been wearing, I drew close to her sprawled out form. Dude, you should have taken your shoes off before you went into her house. Haven't you... don't you even Japan, bro. Don't you even Japan, though. Seriously. There was no way I could just leave her like this. I sure hope none of this seems too sketchy after your fever breaks. Groan. Miss Yui let out a lethargic groan, perhaps in response to my quiet murmurings. At my wit's end, I grabbed a hold of her titty and did my best to carry her into the back room. Gently wheeling her over to her unfurled futon, I then carefully laid her down, making sure I didn't drop her in the process. Jesus Christ. Then there was a matter of rebuttoning those pesky pajamas again. I hesitantly pulled her pajama buttons and brushed away the stray hairs that were plastered to her brow with sweat. Great. I'd done my best to avoid seeing anything I shouldn't, but I'm a guy, so my heart was pounding the whole time. Miss Yui's pajamas were soaked through with sweat. She really might have been better off with a change of clothes altogether. Well, there's your excuse to get her naked and get her into some different pajamas. But no, that would have been going way too far. Wish I could find a towel or something so I could at least wipe off some of that moisture. Noticing a convenience store I carelessly tossed to the floor, I glanced inside because I'm a nosy dickhole. She'd already bought her cold packs. Why wasn't she using them? Jeez. Miss Yui, this might be a little cold, but bear with me, okay? Gasp! Oh, look at the cat. The cat is the highlight of this episode for me, guys. I'm not even joking. Alright, I think that'll help. That and Yui-sensei butt crack. Yeah. I placed one of the compressors on her forehead and pulled the covers over her. Aren't you caring? Sigh. Oh, she's pulling on his pants. Oh, that's kind of cute. Miss Yui appeared almost instantly relieved. She exhaled contently, and her breathing became more relaxed. Finally, she was asleep. ZZZ. ZZ top. Sigh. Groan. Awkward silence. Even in sleep, Miss Yui seemed to be suffering. Oh, Monet! Were you worried about your master? I don't blame you. When Mr. Yamazaki said she was sick, I had no idea it would be this bad. Monet had coiled up on my legs without me noticing, and I absent-mindedly began speaking to him. He mewed in response, and our conversation ended there, as my gaze was fixed squarely on Yui-sensei. So, what do I do now? Miss Yui? ZZ Top. She's all about the ZZ Top. Are you okay to be alone right now? Groan. She wasn't in any condition to respond. But... Miss Yui! Miss Yui's hand slipped out from under the futon and was gently grasping my pant leg. Hey. ZZ Top. So much sighing and groaning. Her grip was much weaker than before. Good. But I knew I'd probably regret it if I went home now. Miss Yui just seemed really lonely. Oh. Well, guess I'll settle in then. Without disturbing Miss Yui's hold on me, I took a seat beside her. For the time being, I figured I'd watch over her and make sure her condition didn't worsen. Isn't he considerate? Groan, moan. Occasionally, Miss Yui's breathing would become ragged, and she furrowed her brow. Fascinating. She was in a pretty bad way. Poor thing. Wasn't there anything else I could do? I glanced quietly down the hallway. I noticed when I carried Miss Yui here that the kitchen near the entrance was perfectly neat and tidy. She never cooks. There wasn't any indication it had been used that day at all. Oh, you gonna cook her a meal? I wonder if she's eaten anything. Monet's gaze shifted suddenly. I followed it and saw pet bowls laid out in the corner of the room. Oh, one dish was filled to the brim with water and the other one was piled high with dry cat food. Someone's been eating well around here, huh? Fuck yeah, that's what that means. Even delirious with fever, she's still taking real good care of you. But that's not good, Miss Yui. You should be thinking about your own meals first. I shook my head at the whole situation, then glanced down at Monet, who was tilting its head, as if trying to understand me. When I pulled out the cold packs, I did notice some cheap convenience store food in a bag as well. I guess that was going to be her food for the day. Not exactly the best stuff to eat when you're sick. Make her some goddamn chicken noodle soup, then. 'Cause you know that's the best thing for a cold. There's rice and eggs, at least. That protein. Maybe I'll make egg porridge or something. Ew. What the fuck is egg porridge? That sounds nasty. Miss Yui, may I borrow your kitchen? Her face was bright red, and her half-painted, half-contented noises provided me with no clear-cut answer to my question. Just do it, bruh. She's not going to remember what you've done for her today. Don't think I'm going to get much out of her. How about you, Monet? Do I have permission to use the kitchen? Oh, excellent, thank you. Monet's cries help assuage my guilt over entering a woman's apartment and borrowing her kitchen. Not that I had any reason to feel guilty, I don't think. Anyway, I mean, circumstances were what they were. Still, I had this nagging sense that I should have somehow felt bad about what I was doing. Are you being serious? You're being the perfect gentleman, almost. Excuse me, please, Miss Yui. I'm going to need to get up. One by one, I gently peeled off each of the fingers latched onto my pant leg. The expression on her face changed as I was doing so, from contented rest to mild annoyance. But there was nothing to indicate that she might wake up. All right, then. Let's see what we can do, shall we? That meow scares me every day. As I stood up, Monet mewed happily and began tagging along at my heels. Like a fucking vulture, just like my cats. Achoo! And Miss Yui, now resting by herself in the bedroom, let out a sudden sneeze. No shit. I just heard it. Book of Shadows, Episode 3, Encounter. Oh my god, I thought that was a man with a beard. It's a dead person facing down. Alright. Achoo! Masako. Eek. Tomoe. Come on, Yui. Kinda gross. I just got sprayed. Sniffle, sniffle. Sorry, sorry. I've got a real tingle in my nose today for some reason. Ugh, honestly. Tissues, huh? Where'd I put them? Oh, wow. Did I get that much on you? Here, use one of mine. It's the least I can do after I just sneezed all over you. That's so gross. Great. Don't mind if I do. What? She was talking to me? May I have one too, please? Always cover your shit when you sneeze. It's gross. Or cough. Or have any fluid coming out of your face. Let's see. Here we go. What is happening? Is this a flashback to Yui's school days? Thanks. Arigato. You guys really should keep extras with you, you know. I never carry tissues. I really should carry tissues, though. Well, sorry. Canna. Short for cannabis. He's the stoner of the class. Honestly. So, what were we talking about again? You remember, we were talking about what it's like to be seniors now. It is a flashback to her high school days. Oh, I know, right? Can it really just be one more year before we graduate? While graduation is important, don't forget there's life afterwards to think about as well. Yeah, life tends to go on after high school. Oh, careers! Fucking careers, man! Oh yeah, careers are important, I guess. Happiness is more important than that, though. No, I really don't want to think about that. Well, there's a reason we've been subjected to all those career counseling sessions, and it's because our futures are just big question marks right now. And they probably will be for the next couple of years, because who the fuck knows what they want to be when they grow up when they're in high school? I mean, come on. I finished high school when I was 15. I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to be. Still don't. That was a fucking decade ago. No kidding. What are we going to do with our lives? It's scary. Yeah, it is. Any ideas, Yui? Have you any plans for the future? I'm going to be a bomb-ass motherfucking teacher. Actually, I've got it all figured out. What? Nanny. Well, don't leave us hanging. Out with it, girl. Giggle. Hee. Well. What? Look at Yui, looking kawaii in a uniform. My name is Yui Shishido. I am 17 and my dream is to be a bomb-ass teacher. I butt into the lives of others without a second thought. And I spend most of my time doing nothing important. But I believe that even someone like me can make her dreams come true with enough hard work. Kizaraki Academy, 5 years ago. The cherry blossoms were in bloom, and the rustling wind carried with it the soft warmth of the season. I was high. I was a high school senior now, and I was devoting myself to my studies in preparation for the day my dreams could become a reality. And that dream was to become an English teacher. Great dream. Why not? Dream big, girl. Dream big. My grades were on the fence for getting into the university I wanted, though. So my best bet was to score a special recommendation from the academy. Get you. Fancy, fancy. Phew! That was a lucky break. When I got called to the office, I had no clue what it might be about. Oh, did you get scalded? After school one day, I was summoned to the teacher's staff room. I was freaking the fuck out about that. Maybe I'd failed. My grades weren't good enough for the school I wanted to go to, or something terrible like that. But it turned out my fears were all for naught. You have no rival in our academy, they said. So if you keep working hard, we'll be happy to give you a recommendation. Oh, fantastic. Man, was that ever a pick-me-up. I feel like I could take on the world now. I'm going to have to make sure I don't let this chance slip through my fingers. Totally said that. So, this trash can. Why exactly is it so ridiculously heavy again? Why are you carrying trash, girl? Carrying this beast to the dumpster is going to be the death of me. What are you doing? Are you a fucking janitor? It's Tsukasa, whatever his name is. It totally is, right? That's her senpai. I turned around, still holding the garbage can. The voice belonged to a male student I had never spoken with before. I'd seen him around a lot, though. I checked out his ass a few times. His name was Tsukasa. Mikuni from class 7. I don't know why I can't say his name. Tsukasa. Tsukasa. Got it. Watch your ass. There's a root sticking out of the ground there. It's pretty easy to trip on if you're not careful, bitch. Huh? What? Owie. Snigger. Evil laugh. Hey, what's the big idea laughing at someone else's misfortune? It's called schadenfreude. Well, it's, It's not funny, bitch. Shouldn't you be asking if I'm okay or something? Heh, my bad, my bad. Oh, you don't have to help clean up. You'll get your hands dirty. What? Don't worry about it. It's the least I can do after laughing like a dick. Arigato, bitch. No problem. That should have been everything, right? Yep, looks like it. Cool. Let's go then. Really? We're just gonna go somewhere with you? Who the fuck are you? Huh? Ah! She's being kidnapped. I remember it well, even now. This was my first time talking with my sensei, and he left a strong first impression on me. Oh, that's really kind of you. Isn't it heavy, though? Not especially. I'm totally buff. I'm the one assigned to take it. Maybe I should... Pish posh, it's fine, really. There, everything's in its place. Thank you so much. You were a huge help. Senpai. Catch you around. Hey, hold up. I feel like I should do something nice for you in return. Don't worry about it. Your thanks is plenty. Look, just wait there a second, okay? What, are you gonna flash a nipple? Nope. Making a new friend is always great, but when it happens to be Tsukasa Mikuni, it's all the better. He'd kind of been on my mind for a while. Oh, senpai. There we go. Most of the times I'd seen Tsukasa before this were in school courtyard. He spent a lot of time there sitting alone on a bench. Like a loner? Even after school or during the summer vacation, if I happened to pass by, I would always see him there. And after this little encounter, we'd go on to make many fond memories together. Yet somehow, the image of Tsukasa that stands out most in my mind is of him seated alone in that courtyard bench. For you, I hope Cafe Olé, what, is alright. Oh, sure, I guess. Anything's fine, really, thank you. You know, it's customary when receiving a gift to quietly accept it without any offhanded remarks. Well, aren't we a stickler for tradition? Hee. We walked to the bench together, sat down, and began making small talk. Isn't that fucking sweet? That courtyard bench was a sort of mystical place. The leaves rustled over your head, and if you closed your eyes and opened your ears, it felt as though you were in the middle of some forest. And then you looked straight up. The sunlight poured in through the leaves, and you almost felt like you were in another world. This is the first time I've ever actually sat on one of these benches. Okay. It's pretty fucking kawaii, right? It is fucking lovely. Yeah, it really is. Oh, so is that why? Huh? Well, you come here an awful lot, right? Like, even after school and during summer vacations? Girl, you just let on that you were his stalker. I sure do. So you must really like this place then, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Well then, there we go. The leaves rustled as a gentle breeze blew between us. We were both silent for a bit, but strangely it didn't feel awkward or uncomfortable. So, aren't you gonna ask? Ask what? What I'm always doing here by myself or something. You're always here because you like this spot, right? Well, yeah. Is there some other reason then? Not really. So what would be the point of me asking? Well, you've got me there, but people normally ask me if it's boring being here by myself. Or tell me they don't get it. Or say I'm a weirdo or something. What's wrong with sitting on a bench alone for a while? Jesus. Really? I don't know. I guess I just don't think of it that way. The way I see it, if you like it here, then why not come here whenever you can? Yeah, it totally makes sense. Guess that makes you the weirdo there. What? Nanny? Hey, don't make that face. Coming from me, that's a compliment. What? Calling someone a weirdo is supposed to be a compliment? It's a fucking super compliment. Who wants to be normal? You bet it is. I'm not sure I buy that. Oh, you should. Because we're all weirdos. Every single fucking one of us. Surely we're all weirdos, right? It's not just me. You're mean. The expression on the expression on Senpai's face was a dead giveaway that he really enjoyed talking to me. And I've always loved a feeling I get when I know my words help brighten someone's day. It's a nice feeling, isn't it? I must have been sporting one hell of a goofy-ass smile at that moment. Actually, there's a place at this school that I like even more than here. Oh, where's that? The gym storage room? I'm not telling. Oh, what are you, 12? What? It's my special place. It's my anus. Which means it must be a totally awesome place, right? Yup. It's my anus. Oh, I really want to see it. Come on, let me see your anus. No way. I can't spill the beans that easy. Besides, the view there isn't nearly as consistent. Laughing. Senpai finished up his drink, then grabbed the now empty trash can he'd carried to the dumpster for me. You treated me to coffee, so please allow me to take this up to the classroom for you. What? Are you sure? You bet. Go, just let him do something nice for you. Thanks. I'm in class 4, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, he stalks her back. It's meant to be. You're the famous Yui Shishido, after all. Oh, he knows your name, girl. Oh, how did you know? You're that girl who already looks like she should could be a teacher. I don't think there's a student in any of our 12 classes who doesn't know your name. Oh, she's popular. But is she popular for the right reasons? What? From then on, Senpai and I met in the courtyard many times. We didn't really talk in the halls, but something about that place spurred our conversations. Ooh, they're getting more coffee. Doesn't that get a little old? No, not really. You drink at least 2 a day though, right? Is that it? Only 2 coffees? I've had about 20 in me already today. Hey, how do you know that? He stalks you. Seen it with my own eyes. There's a perfect view of the vending machine from here after all. There is? Yeah. I mean, it's right there. Oh wow, no kidding. She dropped at birth. She's really gonna be a teacher. Doesn't matter if it's after school or summer break, Shishido buying cafe au lait. Cafe, what is that word? Late? Cafe or whatever. It's like Old Faithful. You could set your watch by it. Well then, I guess we're even, since I always see you sitting on this goddamn bench. What? You're back on that again? Sure am. I guess I just find it interesting that we both notice each other's quirky habits. They're in fucking love. Weirdo. Thanks. Compliment taken. Our conversations in the courtyard were usually just silly. It was like talking to a good friend in class. Shallow, but genuinely enjoyable. It's always so cool here, even in summer. Ugh, don't mention summer. Why, you don't like it? Not with summer school right around the corner. That'd be enough to make anyone run for the hills. Run to the hills. Wow, that was a random Iron Maiden moment. Meh meh, I guess so. But we're seniors now. It comes with the territory, you know. The time for fun and games is over. I don't know. You seem like you're still having a lot of fun to me. Well, I am a bit of a special case. She wears a helmet. I'm just happy because I feel like my dream might actually come true. The dream of being an English teacher. Oh? I just enjoy teaching things to people and having others depend on me. Why is that? I guess it makes me feel like a big sister or something. And since I'm an only child, you know. Well, I'm an only child. But I don't like controlling people. Or at least having people depend on me. Depend on your own shit. Oh, okay. Well, good luck with that then. Wow, that was about as dismissive as a comment as you can get. Hey, not like I can do anything about it, you know. Yeah, true. Despite his occasional white boorishness, whatever, I still felt that Senpai was a kind soul. If nothing else, he never actually laughed at my dream. Like I just did. And in a high school crowd, most people don't take you very seriously when you say you're trying to become a teacher. That's true. Senpai just wasn't like most people, I guess. Save it! Okay, guys, I'm going to have to end this episode here. It's been like an hour recording, and all I've done is talk. We haven't actually played anything yet. I hope we play as Satoshi and Yuka in this chapter. And maybe Miss Yui. Oh my god, yes. Maybe we can play as Miss Yui and find out what she did before and after she got trapped under the motherfucking... the thing that fell on her. The cupboard? Whatever it was. I don't know. Like we played with Mayu on the Bayou in previous episode. We never played with her in the first game. Kind of hoping we'll play as Miss Yui and Satoshi and Yuka. Ooh, maybe we can play as Kizami as well. Oh my god, yes, I want to play the evil guy. Anyway, I'm ending this episode here. I really hope you enjoyed this lengthy, wordy video. If you did, hit the like button, because it really does help me out. Share, like, subscribe it, guys. Share, like, subscribe, comment, and favorite. Share it with your friends. Share it with your mama. Your grandmama. I'm sure she'd love it. And I'll see you guys in the next episode, okay? Take care of yourself now. Bye! Well, you see, it's my secret charm. It's full of scented beads. Anal beads. Oh, there sure are a lot of them in there. Yuka, what are you doing with anal beads? Give it a sniff. Oh god. You'd be fucking serious, Yuka. Why would I want to sniff your anal beads? I know I'm totally photobombing you. Photobomb! Come on, Taylor. Photobomb! Yeah. Okay. Job done.